As you may notice, I'm wearing the same clothes. That's because I filmed this about an hour after the Matilda review, which I put in the link in the description to that review if you wanted to watch it after we watch this. But this one is a bit more, I don't know what I'm doing with this hand, guys. This one, just dropped it on the floor, is a bit more up to date, this review, because the opening night was only actually yesterday. It's Thursday today. This video is going to be going out in a couple of days. Oh no, I think I'll put, actually no, because the Matilda one is uploading now as we speak, so I think I'll put this one up on Saturday maybe. But the reviews only have started to come out today for this, and this is of course Bend It Like Beckham, the musical. Now, I've only read one review so far. Can I just say this programme is absolutely atrocious, even though it's still in its previews. It's just a really bad one. It's just got cast list. I don't enjoy it. I don't like this programme at all. I know that's a little thing, but I do judge them. And the one review that I'd read, is that it was about. It was quite a good review. It was an average review, at least an average review. And I'm not gonna lie, it was an average show. It was not the best show by any means that I've seen in my life. It was a bit like a roller coaster in terms of height of goodness. It was sort of went like that a bit as in the plot and the storyline, and it stays very true to the film. I mean, I haven't watched the film in a little while, but it does stay very true to the film in terms. Well, just as I was watching it, it all came back to me and returned to my memory and that. But it was a very. The first act was quite messy because it's a musical. I think they felt that they had to put a song in like most musicals do. Like Wicked have 20 odd songs in their show. This has, I'll just count the amount of songs this has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 songs in it. It really didn't need it. Some scenes could have easily just been done with dialogue. Just they weren't needed to have music in them and a song in them. So that made it just, the first act especially seemed to do this a lot. It was just quite messy, the first act. And even though it was still in its previews, this was like, well, it opened on Wednesday and I saw it on Saturday. It's 5 days before it opened, and they can't change the whole act anyway if it's just going into a whole new rehearsal period. So it's quite messy. They just seemed to chuck songs in randomly. And every scene, which it didn't need, and you get that a lot in a musical. Every scene you get a song, but sometimes you just don't need it as much. But it was a very it was quite messy in that sense. The music was okay. The book was average at best. It was a bit personally I didn't find it funny. That funny at all anyway. It does take me quite a lot to laugh. I mean, I lull like everyday life in that. I mean, I can lull really easily, but when I'm actually watching something, it does take quite a bit for me to laugh. Especially in a West End show, because West End show, I don't know why, but I go into West End theatre and I suddenly stop laughing at everything unless it's like really funny. But other people seem to find it funny, but I don't know if it was just my type of humour. But in my opinion, the book is average at best. The book was written, by the way, I'll find this out for you now. The music was written by Howard Goodall with the lyrics by Charles Hart. The book, here we go, book was Paul Burgess. Sorry if I got that wrong. And it was also written by Gurinder Chadha, who was also the director. The set was not great at all. That looked quite cheap. If you can imagine, if you've seen Jersey Boys and you just imagine that little balcony that they sometimes walk across, which is so good in Jersey Boys because it looks like a street and it just looks really good. Imagine that it just went around the outside of the stage and it looked like it just had cardboard stuck around it as the sort of railing, which isn't great. And to be honest, it reminded me of Butlins a bit. The set wise, Butlins, I'm not dissing Butlins as well, it's one of my favourite places in the world, but Butlins Well, Batman's have a lot of shows on one night on a stage. They have to have set that can just easily be moved on and moved off. And on top of that, they have to buy a lot of sets. They have to buy slightly cheaper stuff so that they can do it. But they have to have quick and easy things on and off, and it just reminded me of that. Like, they used to have Noddy at Butlins, and they used to have this revolving stage, like this tiny revolving stage, literally probably about only 6 foot on each bit, and it just used to turn around. So you'd be in Noddy's house, then you'd be at another Big Ear's house or whatever, and it had 4 sections on it. I remember. It reminded me because they have little bits going around the stage on like Beckham which turn around. It reminded me of that a bit. I mean, the show itself I would give probably 3.5 stars, so it wasn't dreadfully bad at all. It was a good show. I'm glad I went to watch it. It was it wasn't a waste of money at all. It was a good show. There was clever parts in it, definitely, like with the football skills and that. Like there's a part where Jess kicks the ball, and it somehow flies into this bit on the side of the, on the side of the box, so it gets kicked out into the audience, and it's obviously some sort of magnet. And it also, there's another obviously magnet bit where she kicks it and it whizzes right the way around the perimeter of the stage and then back down again. And yeah, and there's a few lighting bits that were quite clever with footballs and that. But yeah, overall the set, which was designed by Miriam Buther, sorry again, was not the best. Move on to the cast. I'll just do a couple of the cast members. Natalie Dew, who played Jess, she was definitely the star of the show by far. She had a lovely voice. I'm not going to lie, I think we'll see her in West End Theatre to come. She was just good, really. She was really good. Good voice, good acting skills. Yeah, and it just looks like she's starting off almost in the West End a bit. She doesn't look like on her credits like she's done loads before. She looks quite young, so it was a good one for the first one for her to be in. Then Lauren Samuels, who played Jules, she was okay. She wasn't given the best lines in the book, but she played her lines very well, I think. And yeah, she was very good. Jamal Andreas, I think that's how you say his name, played Tony and is the assistant dance captain. He was good. You can say that. And then Tony Jayawadina, I'm not even going to try. He played Mr. Bamra, and Natasha Jateleki, who played Mrs. Bamra. I'm so sorry, guys. They were equally quite good at their lines. They didn't have a big singing. I mean, Tony, I'm not going to do the second name again, had an alright singing part actually, but Natasha, I don't remember having any songs really, but they had good comedic moments. Then there's one person who I won't name, who I just found quite annoying, and another who I didn't find quite as good, but I won't name them because I don't think it's that fair, to be honest, to single them out. So I won't, and I won't go through all the cast and things. But I think that's about all I can say. So I can't see this musical, not because it got a standing ovation, guys, which I was amazed by. I didn't expect that at all. But I can't see this musical staying longer than October. Not because it's a bad musical, simply because I don't think people are going to go and watch it. I Can't Sing last year, that got amazing. It got pretty good reviews. I went to watch it. I really enjoyed the show. It was a really good show. Closed down 6 weeks after the opening. It's just because people don't want to spend 70 quid going on and risking it. They'll rather go and watch Matilda, Wicked, The Lion King, Billy Elliot, whatever that they know they're going to get a good show out of, as opposed to Ben like Beckham, which they don't know. I mean, everyone said before they went, I don't think it will be that good, but I'm just going to go and see it for seeing what it's like, and I did the same thing, and it was just October. So if you want to go and watch it, book tickets quickly, because I can't see it staying open for ages, because I think all the people who want to see it are going to go and see it early. and then it'll just drain off very soon. But go and watch it if you want to. It was an alright show. It was a feel good one. So if you just want to go and see something feel good, get After Cycle tickets or something. Go and watch it. Bent by Beckham at the Phoenix Theatre. Don't know when it's booking till. It's something like, it's only like 6 months or something at the moment because it's in such early stages. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.